The enforcer of EU regulations, the European Commission, says Italy's government isn't playing by the rules and there's a price to pay.
With what the Italian government has put on the table, we see a risk of the country sleepwalking into instability. I hope this risk is to be avoided because at the end what is at stake is the well-being and future prosperity of Italian people.
The dispute is over what the country owes and how it plans to pay it back, a concern shared by many Italians.
We are very worried because there is a problem. The public debt is increasing. Who's going to pay this at the end of the day?
Italy's public debt stands at a whopping $2.6 trillion, the second highest in the EU behind Greece. It's much more than what the whole economy produces in an entire year. But government revenues are also high, more than 40% of GDP, and tax rates are comparable to the likes of Sweden, Belgium and Denmark, countries that spend much more on their citizens. Those who depend on state handouts like the elderly say their livelihoods are in the crosshairs.
It looks like we are the nut in the nutcracker. We are in the middle of the EU and the Italian government.
Many support government plans to spend more on the most vulnerable.
I'm not worried because I trust this government. I like them. They are young and there is hope. I didn't like all the other governments that we had up until now.
The Commission wants the government to limit its deficit to 0.8% of GDP as agreed by the previous government. But the current government's planning to spend its way to a 2.4% deficit. That could draw a fine as high as 0.2% of GDP from the Commission. Yet Rome is showing no signs it will relent, and slapping it with penalties could take up to 6 months, delaying but not diffusing Italy's debt crisis. Mobin Nasir, TRT World.